So we built our attribute out. Now we're going to go into our GlobalCast app. So again, I can search for it. It's a little bit quicker. So global. Looks like it's been used a little bit, maybe just for some training purposes perhaps, but the campaign lineup in GlobalCast looks very similar to the campaign lineup in your channel. So the functionality at the end is the same. It's just instead of going into one channel to assign a campaign, I'm actually picking attributes or an attribute. So I click on Add Campaign here, pick my format, horizontal or vertical, and then pick my campaign in my dropdown. And then I would click here to manage attributes. And then we'll see my attributes populate here again. You may not see all of them, but I'll pick my training one, for instance. Now, you do have the ability, though, of picking multiple attributes. However, by having multiple attributes, this is an and, not an or. So if I pick training and test as my attributes, my campaign will only play on those devices that are both with the attributes of training and test. It's not going to be more options, it's going to be fewer options. There may be times you want to whittle it down further, and that's fine. But keep that in mind, adding more attributes does not give you more options. It limits it. And then I would pick my schedule, simple or advanced. So the same option, simple campaigns run always, advanced campaigns run for a certain time period. And these will intermingle with your campaigns running in the channel. So again, if it's something specific to just that device or just to that channel, still use channels HD. But if you're trying to disperse that content en masse or in larger groupings, as opposed to going into each of your channels and adding your campaign one by one, you can use GlobalCast. It's a few steps in the beginning, of course. You have to build your attribute, apply it to your devices. But once you've done that, moving forward, it's really easy to add your campaigns to playback en masse as needed.
If a device is part of an attribute, does that mean you can no longer add campaigns or edit it the way we have been? Or is it both?
It's both. So having an attribute on a device, having campaigns via GlobalCast will not hinder or harm your channel. It's going to add these campaigns into rotation with the other campaigns.
Cool.
My little analogy is really hokey, but all campaigns are buddies, they're friends. They're not going to knock one out of the way. They're not going to cut one off. So maybe an advanced campaign running with a simple campaign, they'll run in rotation. They're not going to knock one out of the way. Same with GlobalCast. It's going to be added into rotation with your other content. So usually what I see this utilized is like local or specific content in the channel, more broader overarching contents done via GlobalCast. So you may not find yourself needing to use this very often at all. You may find yourself using it a lot. It's a special use case, but anytime you want to get something out and in a larger amount, as opposed to doing one by one here and there and everywhere, this will allow you to easily get your more generic content dispersed in to a larger audience, essentially.
Okay.
Okay.